The community around here isn't necessarily opposed to anything being put up right there, but they just want to make sure that it's the right thing. Hepworth would like to get a loan from a bank to help out his company, but he'd like to see what happens to Zion's first before he makes his final decision. After the suspects left the site of the home invasion and robbery, they fled over here to this house where they tried to hide up until the SWAT team found them. Almost 5 million people a year are bitten by dogs, but with this new ordinance, that might change. At the Mesa Systems warehouse in West Valley, the place is filled with items donated by Utahns. It's all there as part of Operation Give for Chief Wiggles and our troops in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Everything imaginable, from school supplies, hygiene kits, sporting goods, everything that you can think of that would be needed.
However, James Tomasek, who is helping out for Chief Wiggles, claims they still don't have enough money. But once enough money is given, over 100 tons of donated supplies will be shipped out of this facility. But without it, several items like these soccer balls might not make it.
Those really help the Marines. They hand them out to the locals there and help, build a bond between them and the local population.
There you go.
Meanwhile, at the UPS call center, the same situation is going on with letterstosoldiers.org. They are trying to beat a deadline and have 14 days to raise a lot of money. Otherwise, packages that are headed to 6 Utah units in Afghanistan, Iraq, and a hospital in Kuwait will never leave the States.
If we don't raise $10,000 more, all this beautiful stuff by all these companies, New Ways, Tahitian Noni, Richard Paul Evans Christmas box books, all the candy, all the cards made by all these school children,
will not be going overseas. A big standoff occurred today in Orem near the area of 675 North and 1200 West after a home invasion and robbery transpired at a nearby household. After the suspects left the site of the home invasion and robbery, they fled over here to this house where they tried to hide up until the SWAT team found them.
They pulled me out to the front right here, and I see all the SWAT team, not just Orem, but Provo as well. Just a bunch of snipers.
One by one, 4 male suspects and 1 female suspect would finally surrender after a 4-hour standoff, leaving the innocent brother relieved.
And the cops told me straight up that they wasn't going to hesitate to shoot them. So I'm glad they came out because, that's my blood.
During the standoff, the suspects were uncooperative, forcing police to use other family members to get them out of the house.
That was key. We had established telephone contact with them to begin with, and they'd hung up on us. And having family members there on the bullhorn was good because they responded to that.
The suspects were immediately put into custody without getting hurt or injured, although the same would not happen at the site of the home invasion and robbery. Police say 3 of the 5 suspects broke into this home by 10th East and 8th North, where they allegedly beat one victim over the head with a bat, while holding the others at gunpoint and eventually stealing electronics such as TVs and computers. None of the victims ended up being too seriously hurt, and with the concluding arrest of all the suspects, led to what the police felt was quite the successful day.
Anytime that we can wrap something up like this, a serious crime, and have nobody hurt and the bad guys in jail, I think then we all come out winners.
With yet another sign of rough times, financially unstable car owners are starting to give up their cars, such as the case with West Valley City man Domingo Martinez.
He just said he couldn't afford the monthly payments. The vehicle was worth approximately $8,000. He owed $5,000. His economic situation had changed. He was working reduced hours, thereby having reduced income, and just couldn't make the payments.
Police say Martinez paid someone $300 to steal it from this house in hopes his insurance company would pay off the debt. The car was eventually found in Utah County, set on fire, such as the one you see here with another vehicle we found, given up and burned on YouTube. Part of what goes along with these owner give-ups is that they get the car so burnt up, such as the one you see here, to the point where you didn't even know that it was stolen. That car was indeed the one that Martinez had given up, a trend that insurance companies are seeing more of with the rough economy and higher gas prices. But tow truck operator D. Ray Bennett says that it typically doesn't work out.
When an ignition is left in a car and they bust stuff around the ignition so that it looks like somebody tried to steal it, a thief isn't going to do that.
With this case, despite the good burn job, Martinez still was unsuccessful in reporting his car being stolen to police. and with the discrepancies, later confessed.
Now his credit's damaged, his reputation's damaged.
And in the end, making the situation much worse for Martinez.